Hello everyone and welcome to Transport Fever. We haven't played this game in quite a while here on the channel and you know, sometimes I like to hop into some older games that we've covered and see if they've progressed much here in I guess the recent year or so. I believe there's been a couple updates to Transport Fever. I think they have updated just a few kind of quality of life things and hopefully some performance issues, and we'll see what we can do. I am using one mod. I am using the 4 times slower progression in terms of years, so that, you know, we can kind of stay in some older era vehicles for a little bit longer. And in fact, we're going to bump up the year a little bit here. Let's see, where is it that I do that? Hold on. Save that. Select custom year. There we go. We're gonna do 1880. I heard that's a pretty good year, right? We're gonna be, I think this is basically a European map. I don't like the looks of the American map too much comparatively. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started here. Boop boop. Transport Fever. Here we go. We're gonna see what we can do. You know, I'm playing this because, you know, Machinki hasn't had too many updates lately. Again, that's in way early access, and I'm really excited about that game and to kind of scratch the itch of transporting things around in a little bit more of a 3D format. We're here playing some Transport Fever today, so hopefully you guys can enjoy this episode and watch as Uthers fails designing proper train routes for the next 20 or so minutes. That seems to be what these things tend to be, but hopefully we'll do a decent job. We're going to be playing, I think, with money turned on, and that way we will I don't know, be challenged a little bit. I enjoy playing like even City Skylines, not so much in sandbox creative mode, because to me, even though I enjoy making things very aesthetically pleasing, I think function should drive form a lot of the time. So here we go. Going to go load in. We are looking at this beautiful black screen, and there's the music of Transport Fever. So what do we got? We got a few hills. You know, nothing too crazy. FPS is not the greatest when I zoom out. We are using a pretty large map though, so that's to be expected. If it gets a little poor in terms of the FPS, we can just kind of bump that down a bit. But you know, we get some nice looking little towns here, and the graphics are looking pretty nice. You'll notice that last season we were playing, the shadows were drawing ridiculous amounts of stuff. So we're gonna pause the game because I believe I have a loan, so I don't want it to drain my income. And we need to kind of pick a hometown for our transport company. I'm gonna take transport company names, so if you guys have any name suggestions, like Uthers Transport, very generic kind of stuff, we will think about using them. I like this one, Tipton, you know, has a bridge, right? A one bridge town. Bridges are cool. I also like this one here, Andover, because it's a port. It could be a potential port town for us, and we could potentially use some ships to get up and down the river, which would be cool. Though, keep in mind, these bridges are really low for a lot of these early ships. In fact, I don't think you can get much more than a canoe under a lot of this stuff. So, let's see. We have Andover. We have Tipton. Anything else? Helzelwyn, huh? This one's nice, too. It's another one right along the water shore, which could be neat to do. And it's always nice to get a main line along here. So, you know what? So far, in my opinion, yep, it's going to be this one. It's going to be the last one. A little interesting to start at the edge of the map. But I like the looks of this town. We have city blocks forming, you know, a lot of interesting things going on here. So hopefully we can see what they need. We have a little bit of a farm, food processing plant right here. And we have a iron ore mine. We have an oil well. We have a coal mine here. There's some farm land up here. So we can get maybe a light freight train to kind of start taking farm supplies down here to bread. And then we'll, I guess we can build just a simple bridge and truck deliver this to Helzelwyn, right? I believe we could do that. Now, it's been a while since I've played, so I'm going to be probably pretty rusty when it comes to playing this game. Alright, we're just gonna hop into it. So let's get started. So we want to try and take things here from Thrapston Farm. Nice little farmland they get out here. And let's get started. So we're gonna start with a rail line. Now we could do a terminal station, right? Oh boy, how do I rotate again? Ah yes, M for rotate, because that makes sense. If I hold shift, yes, if you hold shift you get finer controls. Okay, at least I can remember that. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. I mean, it could be neat to do a rail end, right? Because we're not really going anywhere else with this. And let's go ahead and get a double platform, right? And we'll just park this right next to the road. That could be neat. Now, is this freight? No, it's not. Gotta make sure we're using a freight station. Alright, and I know with Transport Fever, the terrain can be a little bit of an issue. So we're gonna try and make it look decent as possible, right? But hopefully also maintaining the nice looks of stuff. So we're just gonna do a nice T-junction here. Too much curvature. Alright. Here, let's do a bend and then a T-junction. Yes, that's looking okay. Nothing too crazy there. So we're going to be taking grain and cows. Hopefully the grain and cows will use the separate ports, because I think that would be a good idea. And we'll be dropping this all off over here. Over here at, what is this? This is Howloan Food Processing Plant. Okay, so let's do that. So freight, we will add a, you know, it might be best, to be honest, to add this more on here, like this, and make it a, oh boy, collision errors. Let's see, where can I get away with this? Construction is not possible here. Getting some collision areas there. Second street connection. No, that's not gonna help me at all. I wonder if the collision errors have to do with this road for some reason. If that's the case, we'll just have to angle it in such a way that it doesn't initially want to make that connection happen. And then find an angle here to make it as flat as possible. For just a moment, I am going to quickly edit this a bit. And for one thing, I'm going to build a bit of a good bridge here. It's going to go up and over this river first, and I'm gonna try and make it tall enough so that we can make it up and over at a good rate, and hopefully get some different traffic in there. So that's some grass. That is there. I like the stone bridge look. So we'll go from there. We'll simply go halfway. Can't flatten it out yet, right? Because that's apparently not quite right. Alright, can I get a little bit of a flat section here? Boy, you gotta make these really tall, don't you? Alright, and then we will bring this down much as possible. Wow. Looking a little crazy. So we'll do that, and then auto level, and bring that out until there. Ooh, that bridge doesn't look like it would be supported. getting that at all. Very interesting, but that's okay. That's okay. We can always look into upgrading that later. So have it do that, and then we'll just connect a dirt road. We'll bend it. Kind of try and find this, follow this way up the hill. Right, all the way up, and then just simply and hopefully connect best as possible. Now, if you use shorter segments, you won't have quite the crazy terrain difference there, and you can always come back in with the smooth tool. Right? Really high brush strength in there. And you can make that look a little bit nicer going through. Even along there a little bit, right? Okay, so we have a bridge going across. We are one bridge town now. Really weird looking. We're gonna have to edit that probably eventually. But for now, we need to start making money. So, we have our freight depot here, which is just not wanting to work with me at all. Why? Can we move the freight depot over a bit and still select this? Oh, we can. So this might be what we have to do. Alright, get that pretty close. And this is fine too. Right, it's gonna be in line with the rail line that we had to get up this hill to that farm. And we can just do a bypass to this kind of river line that I want to make eventually too. So we can do that. I think that's reasonable. All right, first things first. Let's plan out how we want to get up here to this freight station. I think staying on the right side of the road would be best because we have this other item over here. So let's go ahead. Get something relatively straight here. Right, it's just kind of a marker per se. There we go. There we go. That's an okay approach right across that road, and we'll go ahead and make it merge right before it. You know, you don't want a double crossing. I think that's a little overkill for the dirt road right here. So we'll do that. Now let's look up here a little bit. Let's get a straight section just like that going up this slope. In fact, it's probably going to go up to about there, and then just do a nice big curve. Just going off this way here. Right? Because I want something gentle enough for these trains, so that we can keep the speed up. And hopefully not mess with the terrain too much. So we'll do that. That's a good gentle curve. And we will bring it around, connecting to the far point first, and then we'll just bring this up a little ways. There we go. Perfect. So we have that set out. Let me flatten this out a bit because it's bugging me. Sure, I'm spending 17K on aesthetics, but that's the challenge, you know. All right. So we have that, and now we just need to kind of wind this down the hillside. Alright, and we'll just do a nice big gentle curve again. There we go, maintaining that 120 mile an hour speed limit on this track. And as you can see, this one is progressing downhill rather quickly. And in doing so, you'll get a lot of these cutaways. So again, smaller segments going to help us out there. Very small curves at best. So we'll come up to this peak and then down. Yes. There we go. So we have a bit of a line going that way. And we might have to, we're probably gonna double up the line eventually, but maybe not quite this early. We just wanna get a train on here first, so that we can start making money. And I'll probably put the train station, or the train depot, excuse me, in a bit of a nice spot. You know what? I think down here might be good. Alright, just attach it onto the station itself. Get a bit of a rail yard look. This is just gonna come out straight and then merge onto the rest. I went a little far, it seems. Construction not possible. Why not? Looks like we're gonna have that double crossing after all, but one of them's gonna go this way rather than going towards the station. There we go. A little curvy there. Perfect. A little bit better. Good luck on that one. Alright, we've spent half our money on a bridge and a little bit of a rail system. So we will go ahead and buy our first train. What do we got? What do we got? We have the Borsig, we have the Class 53 Prussian G3. This is the most newest model, and it's 388,000. Top speed's 50, which is fastest. It's also the most powerful. So really, can't go wrong with this one here. So we're gonna go ahead and buy it. All right, so we have this one here, and we want to be able to carry. What is this? This is steaks. Not what we want. Goods. Can we do? Okay, so we can do a livestock in this one. Open wagon, probably for grain. Yep. So we'll get probably one. Let's see. How big is this platform? How big is this platform? I think that's the question. What did we set this as? It was rather default. 160 meters. Where the train currently is only 22. So we definitely want to try and fill that up a little bit. We're definitely going to set them for grain. So grain. So let's get I don't know, 5 grain hoppers, and then a few cow, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And that's not going to take up our whole thing, so we might make the train longer over time. But we'll throw the cow in the back, the grain in the middle, and we're gonna have to set a line. So let's see, what's this? That's upgrade. That's not what I care about. Create a line. Great, line manager. Right, this is what we want. All right, so new line. This line is going to be, I don't know, kind of a greenish color there, and we're gonna add a station. We're going to add station up here. All right, looking good. And we are going to... Did I add it? Yep. There. And to here. So that is our first little train route there. Alright. And we'll go ahead and set this line to line 1, which we will name Grain. Actually, Hales Owen Grain line. Grain line 1. Right? You never know. Load if available, load if available. Actually, this one needs to unload only at the sidings. And this one needs to, what's this? Option full load. There we go. Alright, so that is good. We'll go ahead and play and watch as train 1 leaves the station. Nice. Just like that. Now this is where Machinke is really awesome because being able to follow these is really cool. At the different viewpoints. This one only has the front camera, but we'll go ahead and write it up. Alright, it's our first train. We're just gonna go up through the forest, up the hillside. You can't even see the farm from here. It's that far away. Alright. No signals or anything like that, as this is the first train here. We don't have to worry about signals. There we go, hitting our stride. Looking good, and we can plant more trees later on if we want more or less, you know. That's the cool thing about all these creative games is that for now, it's going to look really basic as we kind of roll up these gentle bits of track, which I might try and smooth out a little bit later, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Nice. Yeah, see this hill's causing that little up and down there. Nice. So that is on its way, and it's a fairly long train. So we'll go ahead and set this to double speed. Well, we're gonna go over here and see if we're picking up any animals. Line usage. No. It should start to use it. At least soon, hopefully. Let's wait until the train actually gets up here. It's a little slow, right? Only 50 kilometers an hour is its max speed, which it can easily hit. You know, with the way we laid this out. Crossing the road there. Look at it go. Gonna pull into the station out there. Lovely. You can see how much shorter our little freight train is, right? So he is not picking up anything. Alright, let's go ahead and line 1. Interesting. I think we need to set this up so this actually has somewhere to go other than here. So I think we need the full route set up, right? So this is accepting, or should be accepting, those items there. And across the street, what we'll do is we'll just simply build a bus depot. And by bus, I mean freight. We're gonna try and square this up a little bit better. All right. Well, actually no, that's a passenger. That is literally a bus depot. That's not what I wanted. That would be silly. Here we go. This is the freight. Just like that, and we will set up a road depot right next to it. Getting some collision warnings here. Whoa, a lot of collision warnings. Does not like that location. In fact, let's see if we can't. There we go. We'll just set it like... Oh, come on. There we go. We'll set it back there so the compound looks a little bit more proper. We'll get this bend going. And run into that collision error yet again. Why? Why is it doing this? Is it because it's changing the terrain that much? Boy, it wants to be a problem for me, but that's fine. We can simply do that. That's fine. That'll work. Street modification tool. What does that do? Tramway. Huh. Interesting. And with this upgrade? Okay. Interesting. Good. Good to know. Alright. So we are delivering this bread here. And we need this to hit as many buildings as possible. Preferably at a T-junction. Now you can see we're getting a bit of an issue here with building removal. And in fact, we're going to have to borrow about $500,000 to get this set up properly. But I'm gonna need this to be in the center of town, so it's probably worth the detour there. Okay, so these guys, go ahead and make a new line. Alright, so we're going to add Hales Owen South, Hales Owen Central, and we're going to name this the Hales Owen Bread Company. There we go. I'm gonna change this to a bread color. Alright, we'll buy some road vehicles. As you can see, there's not many great options here for road vehicles. But that's fine. We can do that. This one's gonna be bread. We're gonna buy about 5 of them for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, fine. Alright. And we're going to have to set these up one at a time. So, line 2. Hit play. Now we're gonna edit that line 2 a little bit. Right? Hales Owen Bread Company. There we go. And we'll set this Hales Owen South to be full load and this to be unload, right? Yes. Now, let's check up here because in theory they should have a connection point, right? Our train is, I believe, fully loaded. Nice. And I like the countryside look to all of this, and I like the simplistic trains, you know. It looks really good. If this train was going any faster, there's no way I'd be keeping up with it right now. I don't know why I'm not doing this with the simple chase cam, but Luther does things the hard way. Come in. They are going to stop for the train. The train's gonna make me 115K. There we go. There we go. And we'll get some more bread out of this. More bread for the people. The bread company is underway. And hopefully these horse and buggies will end up, you know, kind of paying for themselves a little bit after a few more trips and things. So I think that's going to do us for this first episode of Transport Fever. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Oh, cuts and all. And with that, we'll go ahead and end this here. So if you guys are enjoying the current Uther's Bread Company, do leave a comment down below. Let me know if any tips and tricks for any of the problems we incurred. We incurred quite a little bit. I'm a little off put by it, but we got it running, and I think that's the important thing. With that, you guys can go ahead and subscribe, sponsor the channel, leave a like, and I will see you in the next episode.